All right, what's up, YouTube? All right, so I got a new piece the other day, right? Now, a lot of you cats really won't even really know what this is, aside from the fact that it's obviously a gold marijuana leaf, right? But I know you fools are too young to really remember how far this really goes back, man. You know? This goes back to that Dr. Dre video with Snoop Dogg, like one of his first videos. I think it was his second video, to be honest with you. I think his first video was Deep Cover. If I'm not mistaken, I think Snoop's first video was Deep Cover. Am I tripping, y'all? Not that I like Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing worse. I don't hate nothing worse than a coon-ass nigga still out here gang-banging at the age of 55 years old, man. And then you teaching the youth to be degenerate-ass motherfuckers, never win shit, have your whole life fucked up, just taking losses, man, in and out the system, in and out the hospital, in and out, like, you know, just a bullshit existence, man. You know, so I really don't respect these old ass rappers out here no more, man. I don't like none of you cats. You can't be trying to rap at the age of 60, man. These cats are 60 years old. Still out here pushing that bullshit. That shit's embarrassing if you ask me. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just being an asshole, man. But I think that shit is just corny as fuck, man. You know, so, but yeah, that's where this came from, the Chronic, man. This came from the Chronic. Snoop had that on, man. Had that motherfucking weed leaf, man. You know? So I seen it and shit, and I was like, man, he sold it to me for the price of what gold is, the spot price. So I basically spent money for money, you know? But a lot of the jewelry that I buy, aside from stuff like that, you're not getting, this Rolex isn't worth what it costs in material, you know? If you want to try and, you know, people be like, that watch is fake, I'm going to let you get right up on it. Let you get right up on it. That's a 41 millimeter. It's a two-toned stainless with the diamond dial with the white gold bezel, plain Jane, you know, but this is one of the nicest watches I have, you know, but material wise, it's not the most. You know, it doesn't have, like, you know what I'm saying? But when I buy a lot of my jewelry, I really won't pay much more than whatever the spot price is. I'll give you an example. Let's say the spot price of this chain was $2,000 and that's what it's worth. You know, I'd maybe pay $2,400 for it. I'd maybe pay maybe $400 or $500 extra dollars for the craft. But what a jewelry store will do is they'll take something worth $1,000 and they'll mark it up 400%. So they'll take it from 1,000. Let's say this was worth 1,000. They'll want $4,000 for this at a jewelry store. As to where I'll only really want to pay about $1,200. You know, maybe 13 at the most. So I'm paying $300 for that craft. The rest of it's holding its value. But gold is jumping up. Gold went up $1,000. And I think about the last maybe like 4 years. It's not going back down. It's at like 24 or something. You know, I don't know if it's hit 25. I think 25 would be historical. But it's going to be up to 3,000 I'd say in the next, boy, inflation is a monster, man. I'd say gold's gonna be up to $3,000. I'd say in the next couple of years, possibly, man, an ounce. So if you want to buy gold and you think that price is gonna go down, it's not. It'll drop. It'll go up and down 40, 50 bucks here, 70 bucks here, maybe fluctuate 100. But it's gonna drop a little and it's gonna keep rising, drop a little, keep rising. If you want some gold, you have to make your move now, because it's about to be so expensive that, man, it's just, you're gonna be crying what you get at the jewelry store for your dollar. You know, it's gonna be sad. You know, something like this is gonna end up being worth like a couple of racks, something stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, gold's gonna hit $3,000 an ounce. I'd say within the next 2 to 4 years. I wouldn't even give it 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna happen faster than that. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you better not expect to just walk into any old jewelry store and think you're gonna get a deal like that. You have to know people. They have to like, people at certain places, they'll call me and they'll be like, hey man, I got this, it shouldn't be here. Like, you know, come grab it. They just know I'll spend whatever. And they might get commission off it or whatever. So when they got an item they know's out the door, they know they can sell it to me when it's at a certain price. They know. Even if I'm broke and I see something that's good, bro, I'll go pawn one of my joints to get my hands on that and then come and get this when I get, when I get my little bread back up in a week or two or however long it takes, But so I'm able to get my hands on a lot of different things, But yeah, we're gonna be flying some RC planes. I finally just got my arm of felony fixed. I had to pay $2. I was pissed, man. You know what? I'm glad I dealt with it the way I did, because I wanted to go in there cussing, talking shit, threatening to knock motherfuckers out, all type of shit. And I just came in there, paid them their little punk ass $250 and got my car and left. And but I paid like a rack for it, drove it like 2 times, and the controller fritzed out or something. And these things go so fast, you can't play that game trying to know you'll kill somebody with that car, So it's a 1/6 scale. So it's like about like, it's right over here. I'll grab it. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't gonna grab the whole, like the rest of the car. I'm just gonna give you an idea of how big a 1/6 scale is and what this thing looks like. So it kind of looks like a Challenger, man. Kind of looks like the cross between like a Camaro and a Challenger, man. But this is how big it is, If that, you can kind of tell, But yeah, you can modify it and get it going like 100 miles an hour. I think it goes like 70 or 85 or something like that. But it's hard to ever get it going that fast. You got to be on it can't really be a street, man. You need something that's like wider than that. You damn near need like an airport to get one of these things. I'm trying to think, parking lots are like, it's got to be like I'm trying to think where you can, you would be surprised at how hard it is to find a big enough space to actually get one of these things doing what they do, without risking hitting the curb and it's going to be destroyed, man. I don't want to risk fucking it up, But, yeah, I got a couple of RC planes. We're going to have got some RC planes. I got a couple of speed boats coming. Cigarette boats and shit. Trying to keep myself busy, man. I got a couple of more, we got some more, I done bought some more, few other chains and shit, man. We'll get into that later or something, But yeah, this little chronic leaf though, I was like, man, let me get that, bro. Let me get that. I was like, you know what? I had one of these back in the day, but it was silver though. But I was like, yeah, give me that leaf, man. And just to let y'all see really how big it is. It's not huge or nothing like. It's a 41 millimeter Rolex, so it's not, you know, it's not gigantic. It's maybe it's a little bigger than a quarter or something. Nothing special, man. It's like 3 grams, man. But dang, you know what? He sold it to, it was about the same price as Meltdown. Maybe a little bit cheaper, man. But I had like 70 bucks or something. I had like store credit or something. So I was like, it only costed me like 90 bucks. So I was like, you know what? It's a good deal, man. You know, but you got to be careful buying jewelry, man. You can't pay those astronomical prices. This is as much as you should pay, you guys. And I'm going to keep it simple. If this chain, let's say this chain was worth $1,000 total, Meltdown, okay? You should not pay more than 2,000 bucks, and that's a lot. But that's going to be probably a standard price. A jewelry store might be asking 4,000 bucks for something like that. Clowning. Then they'll have a 70% off sale, okay? But they're still, and now it's a fair price, you know? That's how jewelry stores work. When you see those 80% off sales, that's how much they done mark something up. So they can sell something for 20%, and they're still making a profit. That's how you, like, 80% off? Yeah, they're marked up, inflated 4 to 5. You know what? I'm gonna go really start paying attention. Maybe I'll do a couple of videos and show y'all, like, how much they really inflate jewelry at the jewelry store. You know, it might be worse than 400%. I can look at something, know the purity of the gold, know the weight of it, and break it down from there and come up with, you know, exactly what type of deal they're on with it, man. But, and I could tell you really honestly what I know it's 400% or even, I don't know if it's worse, man. It's getting bad these days, though. Jewelry's getting crazy, dumb expensive as far as retail. If you're paying retail on jewelry, you are dead in the water, man. Oh, man. If you're paying retail, top-end jewelry store, like without any of their sales, you know, 80% off, oh, you are dead, man. And I'm sure people just not knowing no better go in there and do stuff like that. They just don't know how to break all these numbers down, but it's not that difficult. You got Google these days. You know what I'm saying? You got Google these days, so you can really just figure everything out, but people are too lazy. I'm telling you, man, a lazy mofo, man, that's a dead last motherfucker these days, man. You can't be lazy these days, man, because you're going to be dead last, man. You can't be lazy. That's one thing you can't be these days is lazy, man. Because people move too fast, man. You'll just get left in the dust, man. You know, but if you know how to buy jewelry right, it'll always be a good investment. You know, even Rolexes, they go up. They kind of move up. They keep moving. They climb. I'll say it, not a ton, but they do, you know. Keep it in good condition. Don't scratch it up. You know what I'm saying? Have it look like it been through a war. You got to treat your watches nice, man, or else like it ain't worth nothing, man. You can always have it buffed and shined and all that, but once scratches and gouges are too deep, it's there, and there ain't nothing you can really do about it, you know? But yeah, that's that. I've just been chilling, man. Just staying away from people and staying out of the way of people. You know? It's been working for me, man. It's been working for me, man. I really can't complain. I could, but who would really even listen to me complain, man? You know, to be honest with you, man, shut the fuck up, man. The fuck you got problems about? Which I got a bunch of problems. It's just not money. You know, it's just not money, man. But I got problems though, you know. But yeah, man, that's about it. I don't really feel like talking about nothing else, you know. I'm trying to think what. You know, I tell you one thing though, as far as my career, what I do, I'm about to start doing like infomercials and put together like, and I'm not joking, man, when I say I'm gonna put together like a training course on how you really make that $1 million in just 5 years, or maybe less, depending on your ambition. I'm gonna lay all this out for everybody, where honestly, I learned this from a homeless drug addict. So if you can't outdo a homeless drug addict, homeless, helpless, hopeless drug addict, man, you better check yourself. If you can't outdo the block smoker, you need to analyze your mentality. If a crackhead can beat you at a paper chase, your hustle is fucked, my friend. That's the truth. And I've realized I'm so good at this. My approval rate is over 95%. That is an impossible number to pull. I don't even think I could do it again. If you threw 40 claims at me, I don't think I could I don't know if I can pull that. Numbers are hard to pull, but as long as you don't give up, that's how you do it. I can lay it all out but you know what? It's so valuable that I don't know if I'm just going to get, it's one of them things I'm going to sell to people. I don't think I can just give that to y'all, man. I've already gave it to y'all, but you didn't catch on. It's not going to be until I charge you for it that you realize how valuable it is. That's what it's going to take. You know? I'm going to lay it out so smooth, though, that you cannot fail if you follow what I teach you. And I did not go to high school. I can read and write, but I mean, probably on like a 4th grade level, okay? I can add numbers with a calculator in plus and minus. I can't even multiply anymore without a calculator. I can't divide unless it's basic, simple stuff. Like, I am not no genius. I was in special ed classes, never did a single packet my whole life of schoolwork. Probably, I mean, maybe when I was like younger, but I'm talking like I would not do anything in school. I knew this, I am not wasting my time with anything about this. You know, so I never absorbed anything about traditional education. I sold bubble gum when I was like 9 or 10 years old is how I first started to really make money. I would go buy packs of Bubblicious for like $0.25 at Target. I'd buy like the 10 packs or whatever it was, where it'd come out for $0.25. And I sold them for 50 cents. So I would double my money. You know, and they didn't like that. The school didn't like that we would sell gum and be like posted up at the front door as people are coming into school selling them gum with their stankin' ass, didn't want to brush their teeth ass. Motherfucker, here, I got you. You know? So it was actually an easy sale. Selling gum to kids in the morning. is an easy sale, man. Coming to school, at least it was, you know? I'm not saying you can just stand out in the street and do this, but you can do it standing in front of the school door as people are walking in. I promise you that. So I would always have a pocket full of money. And I wasn't rich by any means, but I always had like a knot of money. I always knew how to do this. And I'm going to tell you, it came from, I learned that I had to be able to do this because when I'd go in my dad's wallet to steal money and do shit like that, it would always be like $1,000 in there, $800, $1,600. I wouldn't count it all the time, but I knew it was enough to steal something and him not notice it, you know? So that's just always something that was always instilled into my head, that you better have at least a wallet full of money. That's, you know? But I really, at the end of the day, don't really care too much for it. But there's not a lot of things you can really do in this world anymore, man. You know, there's not really even a lot you can even do with money anymore. There's really not. I was looking at a Cadillac CTSV. I think he wanted $35,000 for it. It had a cam in it. It had the drag pack for the tires. It had like the fat tires in the back, probably like some 16s, and then like some 20s in the front. But with the fat tires in the back, everything looked right though. Man, that thing was mean, man. He started that car up, man. Dang, man, I don't even want nothing like that. But man, he started that car up. Dang, man. I'm gonna go holler at Buddy, man. I might have to try and work a deal out with him, man. Yeah, dang, I ain't even, man. It kind of messed me up, that Cadillac CTSV, man. I want one of them. I want one. Yeah. It had a cam in it too. That thing was nasty, man. He said he wanted $35,000 for it. He'd probably come down to maybe like 30. I gotta try and get my hands on that, man. I was impressed with that, man. And when he started it up, it didn't spit a bunch of smoke out neither. You know, a lot of them high output cars, you guys, after they've been ran and beat on real hard and driven hard, and things have got all type of like, you know, shit ain't really tight, you know what I'm saying? Piston rings and all that type of shit starts to wear and tear, it starts to burn oil. And when he fired it up, that's one thing I noticed. It didn't do none of that, man. I was talking to him about trying to get his roof bought, but really I just wanted to talk about the car, man. I didn't give a fuck about his roof, but I did. But that was just my excuse to go up to his door and start talking to him, man. But yeah, I'm out, you guys. You know, I still got things I want, you know, but I don't know, man. Sometimes you just, I don't know, sometimes you run out of things to do though, you know? I'm done with it.